After a long, hard slog, we finally get into the field to do some testing. And everything is too wet at this point to cut, but also starting to get too mature, so we're still under time pressure. But we finally got it into the field, and that felt like a big step, even though what we found out wasn't ridiculously exciting. The first thing that we learned about the tractor, which we sort of already knew, is that it rolls coal like a freight train, but it makes tons of power. So in further use, now that we've put some hours on it, it has become obvious that our fuel usage is ridiculous. So a future video will be trying to kill the smoke on the tractor and trying to get another 50 horsepower out of it without adding more fuel. Here we were trying to get the orientation between the various flaps to cooperate to form a half reasonable swath and get it out from under the tires of the tractor. If it's really dry, I don't mind running over the edge of the swath, but when the ground is muddy, it's got to stay inside the tires. Here we have the hay farmer's best friend being put into action.
What was that?
What?
What was that?
I had to change the angle of the shields to try to form a half reasonable swath. I'll try it again on that little pass. I guess this door is closed. I suspect that that's what this is for. Nope, it's too short. trying to fix the AC. Not sure what the buzzing sound is, but we're gonna ignore it right now. Here we have the first glaringly obvious problem that needed to be resolved, in that our hydraulic hoses were 6 inches too short, and when we went around a sharp corner, one of them would pop out and we'd lose steering. And I tried half-heartedly mitigating it by scooching the hard lines forward, but ran out of room at the back. So I ended up finally having to get 1-foot extensions made for them, and that solved the popping out problem. Are there any tools in there?
No?
Nothing. Alright, we'll deal with that later.
Can you steer still?
Now I can.
Oh.
I left that pie shape in the corner. We're still learning how to go around corners with narrower mowers. So here we have the drive pressure gauge, and with some further usage, we've discovered that it's pretty happy at 10 o'clock, marginal at 11 o'clock, and completely useless by the time it starts to get to 12 o'clock, which is 4,000 psi. So I'd really like to have a higher pressure relief valve, but I've also discovered that even with the hydraulic cooler that we added after this test, on really hot days in heavy crops, it overheats and starts to not work properly. So Mighty Bob 2.2 is going to hopefully have a shaft drive to the front mower. So mower test number 1.5 was marginally successful. We learned a bunch of things, and we know that it is at least a viable plan. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're interested in how we farm with antiques.